Hello and welcome to a new course video, which we're going to look at today, which is learning Windows 101, which is learning the Windows operating system and how it actually works. So in today's session, we're going to learn how to navigate the Windows environment. So the first thing I'll do is share my screen with you. And let's get underway and talk about the desktop and the taskbar. So the desktop is basically all the icons that are on your screen, which is basically known as your digital workspace, where you can actually apply shortcuts to programs and also to files. Now, down here, we've got the taskbar with all these particular icons. So that basically holds the programs that is actually on your computer. So it's basically we can call it the main gateway to access with your actual programs. So let's have a look at the taskbar. So when we look at the bottom left-hand corner of your desktop, you will see the Start menu, which, as I said, is the main gateway to all your programs and your files on your computer. Down here, you've got what's known as your pinned apps. So the pinned apps are basically, it's basically like a quick access. So if you want to access Copilot, File Explorer, Word, and so on, you can actually access those very quickly. So you've got two main avenues, one accessing it through the desktop and one through the pinned bars. But there's also another way, through the search facility. So when you go into the search facility, if you want to search for a particular program, say Outlook, it comes up with the top hit and you can actually assess it. So let's learn how to manage the Windows itself. So if we want to open up an application, for example, Notepad, okay, that, go into it, and I might just move it to my main screen. And you can see here, you've got your title bar, which is untitled, Notepad, so it hasn't been saved as a file yet. You can actually move the window to another part of the desktop. So you can move it around basically to any part of the screen. And you can actually resize the window by clicking on the edge of it and sort of minimizing it to whatever sort of view you like. So you can use that. But remember to use your left mouse button and to keep it on the left mouse button and put it to the side of the window, and you can minimize, you can resize the window. So there's another thing called maximize and minimize, which are the two icons that are here. This is the minimize window, as you can see when I move my mouse over it, and this is the maximize window. So you can make it big, and if you click on it again, it maximizes to the window that you see at the moment. And you can actually close the window or minimize the window by doing that, and you can click on Notepad and you can bring it up again. Now, to actually close a window, you can actually do it in two ways. One is by clicking the cross here, the red cross, or you can actually go File and Exit from a specific program. So we'll just do it this way, and you can see it's actually closed. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you is what's known as the File Explorer. Now, the File Explorer is this particular icon here when we go into it. All right, so I might just bring that into my screen over here. So this brings you the default file structure of your Windows. So when you open a computer up for the very first time, it's divided into a specific file folder structure. You can see here on the left-hand side, under this PC, you've got your desktop, your documents, your downloads, your music, and videos. You can put those files into all your files into specific folders under the default file structure. Now let's go into something called Documents, okay? And I'll go into a folder called One-to-One IT Coaching Australia, and you can see all the files that I've got, which are created under the One-to-One IT Coaching Australia banner. So when you open up the File Explorer, you've got your taskbar up the top there. You've got your navigation pane as well on the left-hand side, as you can see there. And you've got your address bar, which is here. So you've got this PC, Documents, One-to-One, IT Coaching Australia, and you can navigate through the various parts of each file structure. And what you can also do is actually change the view options. So if you go across to view, you can change the view to say extra large icons, small icons, large icons, medium-sized icons, and also details. So whatever suits your fancy. I particularly like the large icons as part of my one. So let's go to hands-on navigation. And so what we're going to do is create a folder inside the One-to-One IT Coaching Australia main hierarchy folder. So what we'll do is we'll right click anywhere inside, then go across to new, and then make a folder. So we call it One-to-One IT Coaching Australia demos. All right, so we'll put, actually I might change that. So there's one, so I might rename that as One-to-One IT Coaching Australia IT demos. All right, so that folder is now actually created. So then what you can actually do is we can move into we can actually move files and folders into a different folder. For example, if I wanted to double click inside a folder and move it, for example, this one, I would simply just cut it. All right, and then I'll go back and put it into here, to this folder, and I would right click and click paste. So pretty simple. And you can actually, as I said, you can actually customize your folders, as I said before, by choosing these particular options: extra large, small, tiles, and so on. So that's basically it. What we're going to do in our next lesson is to look at the essential applications and tools that come with Windows. For example, the Microsoft Office suite, things like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, web browsing and email, taking notes and actual screenshots in Windows, and everyday tasks. For example, creating a simple document, organizing it into a folder, and also actually sharing it. So I hope you enjoyed this first lesson. Let's catch up with each other in week 2 on essential applications and tools. Remember to hit the like button on the One-to-One IT Coaching Australia channel and subscribe to that. So until then, bye for now.